What is the correct interval notation for algebra inequalities? Have you ever wondered how to express the solution set of an algebra inequality in a clear and concise way? Understanding interval notation is key to mastering this concept. Let's break it down together. Interval notation is a method used to representing the solution set of an inequality. It shows all the values of the variable that satisfy the inequality. For example, if we have an inequality like x is greater than or equal to 2, this means can be 2 or any number larger than 2. Since there are infinitely many numbers that fit this description, we need a way to express this range efficiently. To grasp interval notation, we first need to understand some basics about inequalities. An inequality such as x is greater than to means that can take on any value larger than to but not to itself. In this case, we would express the solution set using interval notation as to infinity. Now let's talk about the symbols we use in interval notation. We use parentheses and brackets to describe ranges of numbers. A bracket indicates that the endpoint is included in the set, while a parenthesis means the endpoint is not included. For instance, if we say is less than or equal to 3, we would write this as negative infinity to 3 with a bracket, which looks like negative infinity 3. When writing interval notation for common inequalities, here are some examples. For x greater than a, we write a infinity. For x greater than or equal to a, we write a infinity. If is less than b, we express it as negative infinity b. If is less than or equal to b, we write negative infinity b. What about compound inequalities? When we have a situation like a is less than or equal to x and is less than or equal to b, we include both endpoints. The interval notation for this would be a, b. However, if we have a strict inequality like a is less than x and is less than b, we would write this as a b. To write interval notation accurately, follow these practical steps. First, identify the solution set on the number line. Next, use a bracket if the boundary value is included and a parenthesis if it is excluded. Remember to use parentheses for infinity since it cannot be included. Finally, write the smaller number first, followed by the larger number, separated by a comma. Let's look at some quick examples to clarify. For x greater than or equal to 2, we write 2 infinity. For x greater than 4, we express it as 4 infinity. If is less than or equal to negative 3, we would write negative infinity negative 3. If we have negative 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, we express this as minus 1, 1. Using interval notation allows learners to communicate the infinite set of solutions to inequalities clearly and efficiently. This method also connects well with graphing on the number line, making it easier to visualize the solution set. So, the correct interval notation for algebra inequalities depends on whether the inequality includes the boundary values and whether the solution set is bounded or unbounded. Brackets indicate inclusion, while parentheses indicate exclusion. This approach helps everyone express solutions to inequalities in a straightforward way.